Yo fam, what's up? It's your boy Astro Kid, and today we actually have a pretty special program for you guys. We actually have a bit of a scrim going on here. So since the last time I've actually posted on our channel, I know it's been a while, but since the last time we've posted, I've actually joined a clan. It's less of a clan, more of a society. Actually, it is a society, a community. It's OGS, actually stands for Outcast Gaming Society. A really cool group of guys. So far we're up to about 40 different people on it. It's actually a growing clan. We hope to hit some high numbers as far as our membership goes here soon too. But as far as the community goes, so far it's actually pretty rad. So we have community game players, casual game players, you name it, we play it type of deal. Right now we're going to be playing some Rainbow Six Siege scrims. We have a custom game set up. I'm going to be narrating this for you. It should be pretty fun. It's my first time doing this, but all the same, not at all backing off of it, but it should be a pretty tight game. All of these guys in here are really skilled. Half of the guys in here actually play for the OGS competitive team, so you will be seeing some pretty competitive and aggressive plays done by both blue and orange teams. So we have both blue and orange team here. You see on blue team here, we've got OGS Community, otherwise known as OGS Twagger. That's probably how you'll see him in later videos. The community channel is very rarely used. He's having some trouble with his Xbox Live currently on his regular channel on Twagger, so he is currently using community. We have Mr. Earthballs, which is actually very new to OGS. Congrats to him, but he is joined now. We have Vape God here, Outdated Acorn, and Check. On orange team on this side, we have OGS Painkiller, a very close friend of mine. He was actually the one that recruited me on the team, but really cool guy. He's going to be captain of their team. We have Gathered Graph 21, Mr. Dank, Seige, and Mr. Big Mac here on orange team. So pretty good teams, very good guys on both sides. We're going to see how these guys do in the game to come. Should be pretty exciting, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so we're going to be playing on Consulate today. TDM, Bomb, so they're going to be fighting for it. Let's do, okay, so let's see. We're going to let them pretty much pick out their characters here. Now, honestly, both teams, I've played with both teams. I've played with all the characters on these teams as well. All these guys are really, really well trained pretty much in Siege. They all have a really good rounded idea about what they're doing. Some pretty aggressive plays, some stuff I didn't even know existed in the game until I really played with these guys. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring to the party. It's pretty much split half and half. Some of these guys, a couple of them are very new to OGS. So as far as what they're going to bring, they're probably going to give us a surprise. But as we can see, we've got a pretty aggressive defensive team here. Mute, Rook, Pulse, Valkyrie, and Jaeger. They've got a little bit of defense there with Rook and Jaeger. Mute as well, but Pulse and Valkyrie, we can definitely see they're a bit more aggressive for a defensive team. Our offensive team is actually very, very aggressive. We're going to see some pretty tough plays by these guys. I can definitely see that as it is. So right off the bat, we can already see they are playing for what looks like garage, actually. So we're going to have kitchen and garage immediately blocking up that garage door, which is very smart play. We have Valkyrie here playing up for staircase. Very good play. That's how I play it myself. Gathered Graph is actually AFK. There we go, getting some movement going. But let's see where the drones are here. So far we only have one drone in garage. Defensive or offensive team needs to get their game going here. Looks like we've got a couple guys still straggling at the front of the building here. Hopefully they'll be able to get some good sights up before the actual game starts. But garage is always a very funny place on Consulate. It actually is a very it can be a win-win or a win-loss. Honestly, you get 50-50 chance here whether or not it's going to be a good map or not. So this should be very interesting to see at the start of a map so early in such an aggressive game. How everyone's gonna do. So automatically we see it, they spawn right on garage. Community is already trying to get his team organized over at garage door, as we can see. Let's go ahead and take a look a little bit closer on what these guys are doing here. So they're trying to see what they can do here. I think they're already gearing up. They already know what's happening on the other side of this garage door. Let's take a look at what the inside looks like right now. So we have a couple guys, Gathered Graph here with his Rook playing very defensive with Valkyrie in kitchen, which honestly doesn't get hit as most people think they would. Let's go ahead and take a look more into garage. What is Jaeger doing? Alright, so we got Painkiller and Jaeger holding off that garage door. Are they going to be able to get that? No, they're not. They actually were able to get the thermite right on the doorway there. Immediately they see them peeking garage door. Good deal. Earthballs is actually playing this pretty ballsy here. Let's take a look at what we're doing as far as the offensive side. Playing behind the car. Smart. Not exactly sure if that headshot, you know, availability there is going to be taken advantage of by the defensive team here. We've got Vape God creeping up here a little bit. Alright, we got Outdated Acorn being very smart with this play, droning in. Thatcher's playing up top. It looks like everyone's trying to play for garage. As we can see, it looks like up here as well, Valkyrie's doing her job, actually moving around here. Dank is actually playing a little bit more free mode, trying to see if anybody's straggling along, as well as it looks like we might have our Pulse here doing his job as well. I don't think they're actually expecting everyone to be playing straight up garage, which might actually play an offensive, blue team's favor if they actually catch that in time, that they do have a bit of an opening spot there. Alright, so we already got a very heavy breach. Oh my goodness, already 3 downs, 2. Okay, so blue team just lost one of theirs, as did orange. We've already got a pretty interesting game, a 3v3. It looks like they haven't checked. They didn't even know that they were on staircase. Pulse actually got ultimately almost all of the kills there. As we can see, Mr. Big Mac here putting in some rounds. Good deal. Already a very, very, very close first round for everyone. Things escalated very quickly. Let's see how things go with the second round now that everyone's got their feet wet. Now, as we can see, they've taken advantage really of the new characters here. We have Capiteo and Caviera. They're going to be playing a little bit more of a silent mode with Caviera. They might be able to take advantage of her interrogation mode, possibly. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure, only because not too many downs do you see with aggressive teams like this. The last game you did see a couple, but as we saw, those downs didn't last very long whatsoever. So as to how long those are going to stay, we honestly don't know, but we'll be able to see really how well they do with this. Okay, so they're on top floor. We have office, and honestly, this room right here is actually a very strong room to play for. It doesn't look like they're going for immediate defense on this, and the drones are immediately doing a very good job of trying to find these guys. Actually, they're going for basement. Looks like they think that archives is the point of choice. Unfortunately, they are well off of their plays there.
Bomb located by attack.
There we go. Alright, so we already have our first drone catch there. As we can see, all the drones are swarming upstairs now. Soggy, Big Mac, and Dank all getting really good positions, and they've made a very smart play here. Whoever blew out this particular wall here, that actually really joins all of these rooms here. This middle room here is a really good place to contest. Watch both places that they can actually get a shield in there, and watch that one window in there. They can actually use that as a very good hold point for both rooms. Let's see where our attackers are coming in from. So we have Dank coming in from the back of Consulate, 2 coming in from the front. Looks like they're going to be playing for front door, maybe work their ways up spiral staircase here. And the guys are on point. Blue team is actually barricading up A-bomb very, very well now. We've already got Dank getting a little adventurous here with his Thatcher, getting on B, getting ready to blow that most likely if he did put a charge on there. And it looks like he did. They're getting ready to blow that, most likely for a distraction, seeing how no one's up there. Or maybe he's just waiting for some backup. Looks like our Thatcher, as well as... who else do we have up here? We have Mr. Big Mac up here with the actual bomb coming down. It looks like they're going to be playing for A-bomb. Caviera looks like she's actually ready for this. That table is actually a very good place of... okay, here we go. Here's some action. That table actually plays for a very good place of cover. It's very hard to see if anybody actually is behind there. Playing very smart, backing off of that. Painkiller does take a little bit of a load off of that. Doesn't stay on the platform, which is the smartest play they can make. And Caviera is out of the game. Mr. Balls is taken out. Big Mac actually took him out with his LMG. He's actually playing pretty strong with that character right now. Let's see if he'll be able to jump in there. Looks like most of blue team is actually playing back a little bit more. They know Dank is over here. Will they be able to catch him off? But it doesn't look like they've gotten the hint yet that they are going for A-bomb primarily. Good deal. Capiteo using his flare, making sure the room is actually clear. If they play aggressive enough, they might actually be able to get this plant before blue team is aware of it. Good deal. Caught that catch fire. Looks like Czech here is completely oblivious to the fact that his team is right now getting taken out and that they are in the room across from him. Let's get a closer look at the action with Thermite here. Painkiller is watching that door very closely. Looks like Vape God actually has a bit of an idea of what's going on. Check seems to be getting some movement now. They know that he's on that doorway. It looks like Community is unwilling to... There we go. Finally pushing from that bathroom. Knows he needs to get out of there. Once again, does not know that they are all over A currently. And it looks like at this point he's by himself with that shotgun. Very unlikely. And it looks like they actually went in and got the win. Very good plays by Orange Team for a comeback to Blue Team's good defense for the first round. So far, a very, very tough fight that Blue Team is handling from Orange Team. They are playing very smart, playing as a unit. We saw more teamwork, I think, in that second round than we did the first round on Orange Team's behalf. They actually played very closely with each other after spreading out quite a bit, used really good distractions, and were able to take out the team slowly and pretty much securing their victory very easily for that second round. Alright, so we have Blue Team this time on the offense, Orange Team on the defense. Looks like they're going to be playing for the same exact bomb. They might play the same way as far as Blue Team. They might have gotten the hint that that might be the best way to play for that bomb. A-bomb being one of the most vulnerable, having all four sides exposed. Whereas with B, you have very little room to work with, seeing how that A-bomb takes up pretty much one of the sides. There are no windows on the other side, and then you have, of course, these walls here, in which case most people don't know you can actually break through this window here, cap that top spot of that window right there, and you can actually get in through that and get a very good spot. But it looks like they're playing primarily for B. Good defense on B so far, but it doesn't look like they paid very much attention to A. Not nearly as much as Blue Team did their first round. Not to mention that Blue Team, as though those efforts were very strong, unfortunately it did not keep Orange Team out of that A-bomb. Let's see the way that Blue Team is playing this time. So they are surrounding the building. It looks like Outdated Acorn is playing it very smart, very slow. Looks like they're trying to figure out where they're going to infiltrate in. Looks like all agreed they're going to get a little bit closer, possibly going straight for A-bomb. They're actually moving more towards B-bomb than I actually anticipated. Looks like Red Team or Orange Team is actually well over everything right now. We've already got a bit of a breach here. Alright, let's take a little bit closer look at Community here, what they're actually planning on doing here. Looks like he's tearing that down. Not sure if they're going to go for that anymore. It looks like they're trying to figure out their space here, figure out what they're going to do. Community just noticed that that camera was not taken out. They do know that they're right on there. Let's take a look at how that affected the gameplay here. So it looks like Orange Team does have an idea that they are going for B Team at this point because of that camera being missed at the beginning of the game. Unfortunately, that might mean the round for Blue Team at this point. They were able to get a kill right off the bat though with Capiteo's flare. Very good effort on Ball's part there. Looks like Community got a shot as well on Seige. Very good effort through the window. Considering there are very small spots on that room that you can actually take in order to get a peek spot. Very, very good peek there. Very well. Looks like Gathered Graphic is actually moving downward. Castle's actually playing this a little bit smarter. Blue Team has yet to lose any teammates, and we see Orange Team suffering just a little bit here, playing a little bit more defensively from bathroom and in the staircase. Let's see if Balls can actually get that kill there. On Graph, he's playing a little bit more defensively, keeping that staircase there. Check is actually playing for staircase rounded. He might be playing through the bottom of the staircase at this point. And looks like Blue Team has actually shifted their play, given that they've lost their leader at this point. Playing very well, picked up the bomb. It looks like they might be hinting towards A at this point. Not aware that that wall actually might be blown open. It looks like Painkiller's taking it, and the diffuser is down in the cross room. If Vape God can get this up without falling, which he may or may not due to the fact that Painkiller definitely knows he is in that room at this point. Let's take a closer look at that right now. Looks they are looking for the last two people. They waited too long to plant the bomb. It looks like blue team is suffering because of that. And they just lost their Capitao. Thatcher's the only one left. And Thatcher just got taken out by Graf's Castle. Very good plays on orange team's part, and it did look like there was going to be a little bit of shifting there. It looked a little iffy there. It looks like blue team was going to have a bit of a comeback with that one, given that they were shifting so well. But it looks like with the demise of Community's Blackbeard, that ultimately started the downfall for the whole team. Hopefully they can pull up this next round in order to make a bit of a comeback. Orange team does seem to be a bit confident. That might actually cause some suffering to happen, given that they've done so well so far. But let's see if they keep their strength up and endure the next couple rounds as they win this. This game is actually set on an ESL base pretty much, which means that they are matching the rules for the actual pro league. We actually have an 8-round game here, so they do have plenty of time to pick up before they actually have any problems. Looks like blue team is actually playing it very smart, playing for A and B back in garage and kitchen, immediately going for the castle and kitchen. Actually a shield. Okay, that might be could be a good decision or a bad decision. We'll see later on in the game. Honestly, looks like the drones have already found it, so already we see orange team is playing very promising for this next round. Alright, and as we can see here, this may be a little bit of a mistake, might be left out on purpose, not entirely sure, but the garage door actually has no extra barricades on it rather than the actual reinforcements themselves. As we can see, we have a Thatcher and a Thermite both on the enemy team. For orange team, they would be able to very easily get on that. Looks like Mute Outdated Acorn has finally thought about that. Maybe we should get something over there, and is actually posting some stuff up.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Alright, so we have Painkiller Thermite moving around as to be expected over to garage. His teammates should be arriving shortly. Yes, and they're moving all the way around. They know exactly where the weak point is. Move straight for garage. So we see Painkiller's there waiting some time for his teammate, immediately taking out that camera. Very good play on his part. And let's take a look at what's going on inside as far as the action goes. We might actually have a couple people wandering here. So we have Check moving upstairs, making sure we get that spiral staircase taken care of. So now that basement hallway is taken care of, he's moving back in to seal that room back up for his teammates. Painkiller's already aware of the situation. Gathered Graph is staturing the situation. That way he can take care of it. Looks like Outdated Acorn is on his charges like crazy right now, making it very difficult for them to breach. Let's see what they're doing now in order to make an effort to make this happen. Alright, so we have Thermite here, Mr. Painkiller himself actually breaching and playing very closely. Looks like we have somebody playing office upstairs. That's a good spot. Most people in this map, and it's a very, very regular thing, you see that when most people are playing for garage, the enemy team will actually play upstairs office and get a couple kills right off the bat. If they have an LMG or a long distance rifle, they can very easily get some picks up top that might make the difference in the room itself. Alright, there we go. Already some very good kills on Soggy's part, taking out their Acorn, or taking out Outdated as soon as possible, making sure that they have that open slot on the enemy team there. So far, Orange team is playing a very, very, very strong defense here, or offense. Very good part on Blackbeard, making sure that their top office is taken care of. Okay, breaching very abruptly, making sure that all cameras are taken care of. They've got their stairs covered. Looks like they took out Valkyrie. And what happened here? Looks like Check is the only one left. No, he is just down at this point, missing his teammate at this point. He needs his Capcan teammate. And it looks like shots are being fired. He's going to go for his teammate, and they don't notice him peeking. Gathered Graph may have made a mistake by not noticing that. Now both teammates are actually up, but they do have a very good spot to watch here. Getting down, Check with that. There's only one more teammate left on the enemy team. Let's see how things are going with him. So he's peeking this very aggressively, not even worrying about the enemy team, and that is ultimately going to be the demise. The first round on blue team's victory is won and under their belt. Let's see if this starts some momentum for the next couple of rounds. That might actually be all they needed. Honestly, playing that garage the way that they did, how aggressive it was, that honestly what was ultimately going to cause such a great victory for them that round. They really just crushed the competition in that one, opening up the door for some really great rounds in the future. Alright, so right off the bat, we have our typical Thermite and Thatcher on blue team, Sledge, Fuse, and Capiteo. Very aggressive team. They're definitely looking to punch some holes into the competition. That was a horrible pun, nonetheless. Let's take a look at where we're sitting with the bomb this time. Looks like we are playing Garage again. Orange team is actually going to be playing that one more time for us. And immediately blue team knew exactly where they were going to be. Due to the habits of this team, it looks like they like this room a lot. We've got a drone toying with Dank over here. Our Valkyrie in a bomb, playing with them, making him dance pretty much, seeing if he's going to waste any of that ammo, making it very difficult on him to take that drone out, and definitely wasting time for their team as far as getting their reinforcements up.
Left before insertion.
We've got one drone playing very, very smart in garage office. In that hallway, he's definitely got that hallway covered. If they do tend to play from the back part here through archives or through the back staircase, looks like Doc is actually anticipating that that will be the case. If they do play through that, they might have a chance to breach unexpectedly through a back door here. We see that this door is actually left open. Looks like they're looking to keep that play wide open in case anything happens. Oh, spoke too soon. Dank immediately patches that up, and we immediately see the community is waiting for his teammates over here on the garage, waiting for them all to rotate around, as did Orange Team the last game. Let's see what they can do as far as damage this round. Did they remember to take out that camera? They did. Good deal. So we have that camera taken care of. They know immediately, learn from their mistakes the last round. That doesn't help to keep that open. Immediately we see that Outdated is doing the same play that was played the last game, tearing down that wall. Saw that it worked last game, making sure that it works again this game. Very good plays. Watching top office. Once again, Fuse is playing that very smart. Yep, heard somebody behind the door, made sure that that was taken care of. Let's see who's up here. So we have Seige up here and Graf playing for top office. Looks like as soon as they did that, Balls called their bluff actually. Painkiller's actually playing for Staircase. Let's see if Fuse is actually going to get caught by that. Hopefully he doesn't play that too aggressively. We've got Vape and Community down here playing very, very slowly. A very smart play on their part, considering how much of a wild card Orange Team has been this round. They've actually played every single round differently. That's what's kept things up in the air and exciting, honestly, for the game, to see if everything was going to work out okay. Alright, so we have Painkiller as his pulse playing on the staircase. The best place, honestly, to play it. He can call out to his teammates that he does see Balls over here. And Vape God, obviously, is a very clean shot. If Doc can pull up that kill, and they did, we actually have him down. We know that the diffuser is right around that bay. Doc obviously knows that he is sitting over there now at this point. Playing very, very well through that hole there. Very, very small hole, but very, very effective if you want to get some damage in. Right there, very smart play. Now he knows the diffuser is right there, and that the enemy team has no other choice but to make a play for that area. Unfortunately, we only have one Capitale. They know where he's at. He's shooting pretty rapidly. Community does not know, I think at this point, really where he needs to be in order to make this play possible. Let's see what's going on here. He knows he only has a little bit of health. Unfortunately, one shot. Orange Team does take the win for this one once again, and disrespecting with such an aggressive teabag we see. They know that they are winning, and they're getting a little cocky about it. Let's see. That was their victory. A flawless victory on their first scrim for OGS. Soggy Nuts and Painkiller. Big Mac, Graf, we see that they've all done a very, very good job of aggressively showing what OGS is capable of. Very good game on both teams' part. We can see Community was pulling the team up quite a bit there with 7 kills, 5 deaths. It looks like there was just too much confusion on both teams' part. Unfortunately, that did lead to blue team's demise. Hopefully, we can see in future games that they do pull up with a little bit more teamwork and do understand a little bit more what's going on when it comes to moving the rooms around. I think, honestly, it was a little bit more about who danced a little bit better. Orange team did seem to have a little bit more compromise on their team when it came to realizing where blue team was and where they needed to be ultimately to pull that victory in. Blue team did seem to have their grasp a couple times, and it did look like they were going to be pulling a very quick victory and honestly a very big comeback, but it looks like things got slipped out of their hands due to the fact that they were losing people one by one. But it was a very, very strong effort by blue team's part. Very good plays by both teams. Hopefully things will open up in the future to where we can see these teams battle once again, see where blue team actually ends up being, both as individuals and as a team, and orange team also keeping their victory, if they'll give that up to blue team in the future or if they'll be keeping that for themselves. We'll see that all in the next couple of videos. Thank you guys for tuning in for this video. If you guys liked it, like, comment, subscribe on this channel. OGS actually will be releasing an OGS community channel. I will actually be administrating for everybody, so you guys will see that up. I will be releasing news about that very soon, as well as that too. You'll start to see tags of that channel in my videos to make sure that you guys know where to go if you guys want to be part of the OGS community. We will be releasing more information about OGS. If you want to be part of it, go ahead and message anybody in here. Honestly, the people that you're going to want to go to as far as community leaders, the two guys here, we have OGS community and OGS painkiller. You're going to want to message either one of those guys. They are actually team leaders, or message myself. We can go ahead and get you into the game, recruited into OGS. You can be part of that community. Very strong community. Honestly, all they're about, all we are about, is a very good, strong community of gamers. All have mics, all around the same age, and honestly, all just want to have fun. No beef, no drama, no problems. Very happy you guys had the time to tune in here. Once again, like, comment, subscribe on this video. Can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Until next time, guys, stay awesome. Peace out.